Hello there, everyone. This is Alex from Hardcore Guides, bringing you my guide for BioShock Survivor. No Vita-Chambers being used, pretty much. Anyway, we're doing Neptune's Bounty. This is the second level of BioShock. This is actually a fairly difficult level because, in the last level we had to deal with a Big Daddy. But, you know, he was simple. He was a bouncer. This one is actually a Rosie. Rosies actually come with guns. Well, rivet gun, that's what it calls it. It's very inaccurate, kind of. Like, most of the time it'll hit you. Sometimes it won't. It depends on the situation, I guess. I don't really know exactly how many times or what percentage it probably could hit you or whatever. And they also throw proximity mines, which, of course, if you're very well skilled at the game, or if you're just like me and just don't care to throw them back, yeah, I mean, you can just do that. You can throw them back. You don't have to. Anyway, come down here underneath this deck and go ahead and hack that first turret, because if you're going to take down the Big Daddy here, which I actually did, I think there's two Big Daddies. Or there's two little sisters in this level. 2 to 3 little sisters, I think. I'll have to go back and remember. I don't remember exactly off the top of my head. I remember a lot of things off the top of my head for this game, but like that's just not one of them. That was a medical expert, which gives you more health when you use med kits. So very useful item right there, and definitely something you want to get level 3 as quick as you can. As quick as you can, meaning, you know, don't worry about buying it, just find them, because you'll find them easily. You can find all 3 around the levels. Actually, hack both turrets. Because if you hack both turrets, and you start to engage the Rosie, like, if you have a turret hacked and you're fighting Big Daddy, and that turret starts to attack that Big Daddy or enemy, usually that enemy is going to go straight towards the thing that's attacking it. Like, if you're not attacking it, then, you know, it's probably more likely going to, yeah, finish off the deal. Another thing is, if a turret sees an enemy that's not a Big Daddy, like any other splicer, if it sees a splicer at all, it'll go straight for the splicer no matter what. But it will never go for a Big Daddy unless the Big Daddy's in the way of its fire, basically, like, of its gunshots. If it's shooting at a splicer and the Big Daddy gets in the way of the bullets, the Big Daddy's going to get pissed and he's going to attack the turret. This way, why I'm doing it this way is I want the Big Daddy to fight the turrets. I want the turrets to fight the Big Daddy before I do. That way I can get as much chip damage off him as I can. And I was gone today, of course, you know, I work and stuff like that. And I was at work and I was thinking to myself, like, enrage. Is there anything I can do with enrage? I was thinking to myself for a second, like, if I throw it at Big Daddy, he's going to get pissed and attack everybody else. It's kind of like a hypnotized Big Daddy, but it's a worse outcome for me. And so I got to thinking, like, if I use enrage on a splicer, and I lead that splicer... No, if I lead a splicer to a Big Daddy, because Big Daddies don't follow you unless you attack them. Splicers follow you no matter what. Which, as you can see right here, is what I kind of got going on right now. I had that Nitro Splicer start throwing grenades at the Big Daddy. Well, he was throwing them at me, but, you know, with the AoE, which means area of effect, for anybody who doesn't know or play games that much. With the area of effect of the grenade, it's going to explode and hit the Big Daddy, and the Big Daddy's going to get pissed and attack him. I'm trying to get as much splicers to attack the Big Daddy. That's what I'm going with. I'm going to lead a splicer to a Big Daddy, and then have him fight the Big Daddy and do as much chip damage as as they can. So I never do this. This was a first time for me to try this, which I do fight Big Daddies all the time, and I fight Rosies all the time. I've done this trick before, but I don't do it on I'd never really do it on no Vita-Chambers. Just, I don't know, it's just something I don't really do. But I felt like being kind of ballsy with this and just going underneath the deck and kind of just blasting away, because you actually have a lot of decent cover when you're underneath here. As you can see, he's got over half his health already gone, mainly because of the turrets, mainly because of the splicers already doing tip damage to him. Like, look how much damage I'm doing to him. I'm doing crap. Look at that. That was a whole buckshot right there that did nothing. Completely, like, it does damage, but it's hardly anything at all. And of course, Electro Bolt's not going to do any good either. So I'm just trying to utilize my cover as much as I can here, because I know Big Daddy Rosies are a bad shot, so And Big Daddies actually can't crawl. They can't get on their knees. Nobody can except for you. You're like the only character in the whole game who can get on your knees, basically, and crouch. So use this area to your advantage. If you want, which I didn't do, but I didn't do it because I felt like it would take a long time to do. And if you can kill off this Big Daddy, you might be able to get like another Big Daddy to like once the other Big Daddy puts his little sister away, another Big Daddy will probably spawn in this area, or they should spawn in this area. And maybe you might get lucky and he might go get a little sister in this very same area. That way you can do the same thing to him that I'm doing now. Of course, there's going to be plenty of Rosies to fight. And Rosies are the worst. They're the worst of the Big Daddies to take care of because they have range, and that's a problem. They can mow you down like nothing, and they're deadly as hell. How do I know they're really deadly? Because in BioShock 2, when you get that Big Daddy suit, you are almost nearly invincible. Well, plus, I play this game a lot, but like I'm saying, like in BioShock 2's multiplayer, when I became the Big Daddy, it was GG from there. I mean, I liked the multiplayer for BioShock 2. I have to admit, I did. It was quite a fun and not really ingenious or not really super original, but it was definitely something kind of fun. Something kind of different from playing like normal shooter-based games. For a lot of people out there, I'm sure a lot of you probably think like I completely hate BioShock 2. I don't. It's just, again, nothing can beat this. I was a little disappointed when it came out because it wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be. Same thing with Infinite. I know I talk about Infinite all the time, but you guys got to realize I just don't like that game at all. And it was funny because I was watching a guy I watch, and he was talking about how Fallout 4 people are getting all pissed off at people who don't like Fallout. You know, all these people who are big fans of Fallout 4 are getting mad at people who don't like Fallout. It's like, okay. And then he was saying, like, I like BioShock Infinite, but, you know, there's people out there who don't. And he's like, I'm fine with that. I'm sure we all know who I'm talking about if you watch him, too. Review Tech USA, I've watched him for quite some time. He's a fun guy to watch. I watch a lot of people on YouTube that you probably watch, too, so... I mean, I've been on YouTube for a long enough time. I haven't seen every channel, but I've seen just about the ones that are hated and the ones that are not. Of course, there's people out there that I just have no idea who the hell they are. I don't know why through the propane tank that wasted Eve. I mean, it really did. This rocket turret supplies you enough rockets to take. There's 2 splicers down there actually. That's what I was aiming for. What you do is you grab. Since you have like a few seconds before each rocket, you can grab one rocket and shoot it down at like one of the splicers or both of them. See, this guy, usually they come up the stairs. They usually walk past the JoJo's circus thing. I call it JoJo because that's what I think the clown was based off of. Actually, fun fact is that's Ken Levine's voice doing the voice for the Circus of Values. I actually bought Machine Buster here, and I switched out with Wrench Jockey for now. But I will get it back later. I did buy Machine Buster because I feel like I need to take down machines a little simpler. Something was going on here. I just could not grab that pistol. I grabbed it eventually, but every time I went to go grab the cigarettes, I'd go into the gene bank, and I said, okay, fuck it. We're out of here. No more of this. So if you come down here, you're going to meet a security camera, so just blow it up. Blow up the shit. You know, there's really nothing you need to worry about. Don't worry about hacking it. Just destroy this damn thing. There's really no use for it. Nobody's going to come over here. Like, nobody really comes over here at all. I don't think anybody even spawns from this area, to be honest with you. But there is a security bot. Search it first and then hack it. Then take it with you. I hate Whirly Birds too, but it's something that you kind of need in Survivor No Vita-Chamber because the more protection you have, the better off you're going to be. And that's another thing too about the Big Daddy fights. Why I'm going to come back to Big Daddy is later on in the game. Thankfully, you can in this game. You can't in BioShock 2. In BioShock 2, once you leave the level, it's gone. You can't go back to that level again. Which, that kind of pissed me off a lot. Because, you know, it's like, that version of Rapture isn't the most greatest looking of Raptures like this. Like, this is a phenomenal looking game. Like, I love this game. I wish Rapture was real, like, because of this game. I really want to live here. I know about all the splicers and crap. I'm talking about, like, this would be a place I would live. Ironic, though, right? Because I'm deeply afraid of, like, the underwater. I'm terrified of it. completely. And it's funny how my favorite game is based around something I completely fear the most. Which is something I kind of... Not me in general, but like a lot of people kind of get. They have this... It's like a psychological thing where the thing that you fear the most usually ends up being something you enjoy the most. Like, if you get used to it, you know, eventually you'd be like, oh, you know, I kind of enjoy this. Or something like... I was reading something one day where somebody was saying kids that got, like, spanked a lot when they were younger eventually grew up to kind of enjoy it later on in life, in adulthood, if you know what I mean, if you know what I'm getting at, of course. It's just something, you know, psychological that has to deal with. In this fight, if you come in this corner, it doesn't really like protect you, but it was something I wanted to try out and see if it would work. Kind of did, actually, because she didn't really like hit me. I mean, she threw stuff at me, but she... Yeah, I just completely ran out of it. She will hit you, but just I felt like it would be a good idea, and it turned out it wasn't, so... Another good thing about me getting that security bot was I had extra defense, but, you know, and offense at the same time, basically meaning, like, enemies will attack that instead of me, which is always not... I don't know why. That was something I found kind of funny, because the AI in this game is completely stupid. Like, they'll go... I mean, they're all... It's a great AI system. The thing about it is they are dumb. Like, they really are that dumb. Because, you notice, I like to attack the enemy first, who has the security bot. Because if you attack the enemy, the security bot drops once, you know, the enemy's dead that it's following. And once he drops, then you get a chance to hack the security bot. I'm not going to fast forward this crap because I'm not really feeling like editing very much today. And plus, there's really no reason for me to edit this out. I mean, it's just me whacking a potty. I just thought it was kind of funny. Just me doodling around with stuff. I will fast forward a lot, but like this cutscene just goes by a lot quicker. I want to let you guys know I recorded this like last week, so what I'm doing now, I barely remember me doing. If you come out, like the first time you come out there, there's going to be 3 splashes in the water. And also we got the grenade launcher, which is really nice. Make sure you pick that up before you leave. That's something you definitely want to have, especially for Big Daddy fights. Again, I only fought one Big Daddy in this entire video, so completely sorry about that, but I will return, and I will make sure I record me coming back and doing it. I did hack this because I wanted Eve hypos. Simple enough, right? I mean, come on. I'm a simple man. Simple man who just wants simple things. Once you come up here, there's going to be a nitro splicer, so just deal with him. Once he runs away, and he runs back into that doorway, there's going to be another nitro splicer that does spawn. As you can see right there, which I grabbed the Evivo in accident. Don't know why I kept deactivating the damn security bot. She will spawn, and just make sure that you go up the stairs and destroy or hack the hell station to the left. Because if you don't, they're going to heal up, and that's a pain in the ass. The thing about the grenade launcher is it's great on like everything. I mean, it's just an amazing weapon, but of course it has its pros and cons. Basically, like, it's deadly as hell, but yeah, you can definitely tell I don't have wrench jockey on because of how many hits it's taken me to destroy a stupid hell station. Which of course, you know, the more wrench jockey I get, the better I'm going to be able to hit. So, wrench jockey is one thing you want to have on. I took a risk and I changed up my pace of gaming. Like, I never play like this. Well, I do, but like I don't play this strategically, because I don't play no Vita-Chambers all the time. I did it like once, and then I was like, okay, that was difficult, but I enjoyed it. Yeah, the first time I did it, I died so many times. But then I actually did die in this video. I have two deaths so far. I had one in medical billing, which actually I made an oops, and I deleted the video that contained the death, which I completely don't know why I would forget something obvious like that, but I did. I deleted that video because I already had to upload it. I'm like, okay. So I did the video, but I'll just keep the death. And I deleted the video with the death in it, so that's kind of stupid on my part. I mean, I can get it back. Just go back to my Elgato band. There you go, done. But I don't know. I won't. I was thinking about making like a little montage clip of my deaths and stuff, like the funny moments and stuff like that, and just make like kind of a not really Benny Hill music playing over it, but some other like Mozart or Beethoven crap playing over it, just to be funny. But then I thought to myself like, what's the point? I mean, there's really no point. I also thought about doing like a little intro thing at the beginning of these videos, kind of like another guy I watched what he did for The Evil Within, where he had like a snippet of a picture and had music playing over it, and then start up the video. But he only did it for The Evil Within, so I thought like, what the hell? Maybe I could do it for BioShock, just because. I mean, I could do it right now because this is post commentary, and once I get done with this video, I can just easily go in and edit right here, right now. Because I'm watching the video not as it's rendering, but as it's in Sony Vegas. Been done, edited, like, I only cut like one thing, two things, I split like two things. This is a one whole session of Neptune's Bounty and Smuggler's Hideout, which are two completely different levels, so. Again, I don't count Smuggler's Hideout at its own level. I don't count Farmer's Market at its own level. I never did. That was always something I never counted. And doing this, about said Let's Play. Doing this guide, I kind of feel like it's more appropriate if I make them their own level. Mainly because it makes it more organized and it separates the men from the boys. No, I'm kidding. It separates my videos and makes them a little bit easier to kind of commentate over. And have people who are like stuck on a certain point in the game, I can help them out better. Kind of like what I'm going to do for God of War, where that'll be the next guide, by the way, the first one. Kind of like for God of War, where I'm going to separate it by level. And by level, every time, like a different... Like when you go to Athens, it says Athens, something like that. When that shows up, that's going to signify a new level. And I was also thinking about for the Ares final fight, since, if you guys are watching this guide, and you're going to want to watch the God of War guide, chances are you're stuck or you want help. Like you're not stuck, but you just want to figure something out just in case once you get to that point. That's another, or just watching this for entertainment like I would. I watch people play games on the hardest difficulty for entertainment purposes because it's really fun to watch people play hard games well. I like watching people play games well. I don't like watching people be... I think there was something up there I missed. Yeah, I missed an item up there, which I completely neglected. Probably because I didn't notice it, which I'm going to say I probably didn't notice it. I'm an honest man. Well, I mean, to a point. I mean, like, I won't lie to you guys in my videos. Especially for a guide. Like, if it's something personal and I don't want to talk about it, I'll probably just say, like, I don't want to talk about that. But, like, if it's something that definitely needs to be talked about in this guide, then I will definitely tell you. But, I want to keep as much honesty between us as I possibly can, because that's the first step in anything, really, is being honest. Just establishing a trust, or a bond. Especially when you meet somebody new. I mean, you definitely want to, be very careful about what you say. I mean, you don't have to tell them everything. Just make sure you tell them, you don't tell lies. And that's just something that you never want to do. And I hate liars. I really hate people who lie. Well, I mean, I don't hate them as an individual. I just hate lying, I just hate that concept. That people will make something up. Okay, if it's to protect somebody, I get that. If it's just, like, I don't want to tell you this because... Or, like, I don't want to tell this person this because it will hurt their feelings a lot. And it might ruin my relationship or whatever. I mean, cheating is pretty much a big lie right there, too. And that's something I do not like either. Or respect a lot of people doing, so... Again, I don't hate the individual, I hate the concept of what they're doing. In here, there's going to be 4 turrets, 1 rocket. No, there's not 4. No, there's 2 rockets, 2 machine gun. There's one I just took out right there, and then there's this one. Just shoot the rockets back at him. There's really no other point. I mean, the best thing you can do to save yourself trouble now, when you see a rocket turret, just whip out telekinesis and blow the rockets right back at their ass, because it'll save you a lot of trouble in the long run. There's actually a security camera and a rocket turret right here. I like to use the rocket and blow up the security camera, but right there I did that at the very end instead. And then I get one more. Oh, ooh, I fucked that one up. Okay, and then I just said, okay, screw it. Buckshot this bad boy. Which I have plenty of buck ammo. And on the far right of this room, like up and to the right, there's another machine gun turret, and there's going to be a first aid kit near that area too, so. They give you a lot of health kits in this game. That's one thing I want to keep in mind. Like, this game is a scavenger game, but at the same it's a survival game, yes, but it's not like Last of Us where it's completely neglected on supplies. Like, when you play Survivor, you get less stuff, but everything that was there previously is still there. Like, if you played on normal mode, you would find that proximity mine. If you played on easy, you would find that mine right there. You would find pretty much all this crap. I think it's like the RNG is probably like less for like enemies or something like that. Like, you get less money or whatever. Which then again, Survivor mode, money is never a problem. It's never an issue in BioShock 1. Never has it been an issue. I gotta admit, do you guys know how good it feels to play and watch BioShock again? Because I've been playing BioShock Infinite recently, and I cheated. Yeah, I did. So what? There's an exploit in the game where you could basically get all the gear in like one run before you even get to Lady Comstock, and I hate that bitch. I'm on 1999 mode. I will probably use that exploit if I do a video guide on it, because I don't like that game. I really don't like. I mean, I like it. Like, okay. I like it for the gameplay. That's it. You know, I like the powers that you get. I like the weapons you get. I don't like the fact of being able to carry only 2 weapons, not a whole arsenal, but I do kind of like the realistic feel of it, I guess. I mean, when I say I guess, I mean, like, yes, I do. Right here, real quick, we get Scavenger. That's when you research enough Leadheads, you get Tonic, which is a piece of shit. I switched out Incinerate with Security Bullseye because, you know, they're giving you a plasmid right here. Just use it on him. Just use it on this dickhead right here. I actually have like one research camera left, or one research photo left, and I wasted it on the security camera, which I could have gotten a freebie on the security bots. If you shoot down this turret when he's busy capturing somebody else, usually when you shoot turrets anyway, when they're capturing somebody else, they don't usually see you, which is kind of something I kind of find odd. Probably because they're already busy fighting somebody else, like I just said 3 times just then. That's just something interesting. Security Bullseye actually isn't that bad of a plasmid. I think I did say like I didn't like it in my... Like, I said I didn't like it in my Let's Play, but... I mean, I do and I don't. Like, it's an interesting plasmid, but I'm not going to use it that much, because I just don't feel like it's really necessary. There's never really an opportunity where you can use Security Bullseye on anybody, especially Big Daddies. I mean, because by the time I use Security Bullseye, I already hacked all the robots. I already hacked all the security I could. That way, when I get into that engagement of a Big Daddy fight, they're already on my side. Like, you know, what's the point? Like, you just hacked the damn thing. I mean, I understand what the point is, but I just don't feel like it's really that necessary. Right here, I go through the Finding McDonough's, and I actually grab me some more film. And I forgot that I didn't have wrench jockey, so I smacked this guy in the back of the head, not realizing I didn't have wrench jockey, doing little to no damage. That was my fault. You can sneak past that guy. That guy is just, I don't know what his deal is. Just stupid. The funny thing is, Leadheads are the very first enemies you actually use the security camera on. Well, no, Spider Spicer is, yes, but like the main, you can max out Leadhead research in this level. You can do it, right? I do. I always max it out in this very level, because I think there's I think 3 to 4 different levels of research. Every time you fill up the bar, if you like, okay, if you guys are watching this video, you've probably already played this game before. You're just wondering how to beat on No Survivor. You're probably wondering how to beat on No Vita-Chamber run. That's what you're. Yeah, so you guys kind of already understand what research photos do. The more you research, eventually you'll get like a prize once you research enough people, and that levels up that research. And then when you max out that research, like every time you max out research, you get like +3 damage. By +3 damage, meaning like you get like extra amounts of damage. Like you do more damage with every weapon, everything. You just do way more damage to that certain enemy that you max the track out for. I mean, okay, this is out of random, but I was talking about God of War earlier. I'm a little bit hyped. Okay, not hyped. I hate that word. God, I hate that word with passion. And I just said it too. I said something I hate. That happens a lot. I usually say that. It's the only word to express my feeling of it right now. Oh yeah, right here. I like to jump. Okay, I want to show you guys a trick. First of all, using the camera to take pictures at that angle is not a good idea. If you're going to take a picture of it, come in the crawl space and take a picture of it. You can take as much damage as you can, because I got armored shell on. If you don't, that's fine. You probably won't die. And there's first aid kits. Whip with a grenade launcher and shoot like 2 frags in there, and he should be dead. I think I shot 1, and I think I got like a critical hit on him or something like that. A critical hit is basically when you hit an enemy's weak spot. When you get that sweet spot, like a headshot on a lead head or like a thug or whatever, you know. Big daddies don't usually have weak spots. The only way to get a weak spot on a big daddy is with a grenade launcher. That's, well, actually I think a shotgun. I don't know exactly where their weak spot is, but I believe they all have one. And turrets usually get blown down to bits with a simple grenade shot, a grenade launcher shot. That's usually enough to do it. There will actually be a lead head that does spawn out here. There's only lead heads in this area. If you notice, guys, there's only lead head and nitro and spiders. That's the only type of splicers in this level. There are no thug splicers, as we did see in the previous levels before us. Well, actually, I think Welcome to Rapture was the only one with thugs. No, because Medical Pavilion had the guys that spawned when you got the shotgun. That's right, yeah. By guys, I mean both guys and girls. It's just a simple way to saying, yeah. Whew, it's getting kind of warm in here. It is kind of a little bit late in the day, but then again, I was at work, and I had to go get dinner, and I was messing with my brothers a little bit, you know, showing them some things, and all that good stuff. In here is going to spawn a nitro splicer, so get your research on. Every time you take your first picture, you always get a level up. Always. Regardless. There's actually a tonic called Photographer's Eye that gives you like more damage bonus, which I think the damage bonus, because I don't really use it very much, I think what it does, what it does basically is helps you get more bang for your buck. Like whenever you research somebody, you get more research points. That's what I'm going to call it. You level up your research faster, pretty much. That's why I believe it does. But then again, I don't get to like the very end once I maxed out all the tracks. Seriously, this game is... Oh, I love this game to death. I would never say shit about this game. I do not hate this game at all. This game's 11 out of 10 in my eyes. It deserves 11 out of 10 in my eyes. Right here, there's going to be a lead head and a nitro should spawn once you come back out here. Again, like I said, I will level up. I will max out the entire track. So, yeah. Also, which I'm sure everybody knows by now after watching this video, if you're watching this guy, you probably already know what all the tonics do. Scrounger, which was something I got earlier, I think is useless. Because what it basically is used for is whenever you go... Okay, I think it's useless because it fucks me up. And that's just my personal opinion. If you want to use it, fine. That's fine. Okay. I'm not making you guys use anything in this guide. You can use a wrench only. You can fucking wrench only if you wanted to. I actually thought about doing that. I thought about doing a wrench only Survivor no Vita-Chamber run. Which, in hindsight, would be a stupid ass idea. But then again, it'll be kind of a fun little project in the future I might do by myself, you know, just see if I can do it. Which I've seen people destroy Fontaine with a wrench, so on Survivor. No, I saw the guy doing it on hard. I don't remember seeing anybody do it on Survivor, which I'm sure there is somebody out there who's done it on Survivor, but I don't know about that. I haven't seen anything yet. But knowing me, I will look. I actually usually max the track. When I say max the track, I'm talking about the research track. I usually max it out right in this room. Because if you have one lead head in the back corner over here, which you get more supplies, and you get 2 more lead heads that spawn out here. So you actually get... Oh yeah, also if you have enemies in quote-unquote action, basically when they're shooting at you or they're engaged in some form of combat, you actually get more research points for that. And if you get multiple targets, whether or not they're the same target or not, like whether or not they're same, like the same splicer type, it doesn't matter because you're still gonna get what you get. I think that was the same leadhead from earlier. I just completely neglected him, forgot about him completely, and just said, okay, you go your way, I go my way, I got things to take care of. I don't want to mess with you anymore. I do run through this game rather quickly, and I want to apologize if it's too quick for a lot of people to kind of keep up with. But, again, I've played this game since '09, so I've had a long time of playing this game. Not like a long time, like a long time playing this game. So I've gotten used to this game's every nook and cranny. Like, I mean, I don't know exactly every little detail, because I did find those band-aids at the beginning of the game. But that's something I love about this game, though, is like, I always find something new. I always find something I didn't remember seeing before, which is always nice. And eventually, I start picking up on it, you know, it starts clicking in my head, like, oh, that's there, that's there, that's there. This is years of experience of this right here. All this stuff, just knowing where everything is. And almost picturing it in my mind. You know, I can almost kind of find my own way in my own mind, I guess you could say. Like, I can almost kind of, not like play it, but like, you know, I basically know the architecture of the game, almost. Like, I probably won't get it 100%. I'm not trying to sound like I'm super smart or anything, which I'm not. It's just, I'm saying that I play this game. Okay, when you play Mario 64, and I played that game a lot too, eventually you start to notice everything. You start to realize what textures are where. You know, stuff like that. Like what looks like what. You know, what names or what or whatever. You just eventually just get it down. Like when you speedrun. A lot of speedrunners usually use, not photographic memory, but they use, you know, of course, a lot of their memory. They have the ability to remember, like, that's there, and they have a lot of quick memory too, which allows them to speedrun, which is something, I don't know why I'm trying to go into the psychosis of a speedrunner. If I'm wrong, I'm sure the comment section will truthfully and honestly dispel me on the fact that I'm wrong. Hopefully. What's actually kind of funny though, I dropped the Eve Hypo because when I usually do telekinesis, which, if you, okay, there's actually a beam you can climb up to get up there. Not on that thing with the Eve Hypo, but like there's a little area you can get up to with a beam in the water near the Circuits of Values, which I didn't do this time, but I did do my Let's Play because I do it every single time. I just didn't feel like doing it this time, okay? Well, I usually, there's 2 alcohol and there's an Eve Hypo on that other beam, which I was grabbing from. I grabbed 1 alcohol, and I'm so used to grabbing like both of the alcohol, and I fucked up and didn't realize I grabbed the Eve Hypo, which I know is kind of strange because I was so like conceptually used to grabbing Eve Hypo last, I didn't realize I grabbed it again. Yeah. What's funny is I actually died on this part because what I was doing was I let the security camera catch me, and then I took pictures of the security bots. And the spider splicer was spawned. She killed me while I was getting shot down by security bots, which made things 10 times worse. Yeah, thank God for the research camera because these spider splicers, I mean, I know it's scripted, but they're hard. They actually are the most difficult of regular enemies to deal with. Because and they climb on the freaking ceilings. I want to go back on topic now. This is an older topic. I was talking about God of War and how I'm kind of excited for that. I really am. I really am excited to play some God of War, which will be my next guide. I've beaten God of War on God mode twice, so if you guys trust me, then we should be good. Also, you can take pictures of dead bodies. I mean, I keep sounding like I'm doing a Let's Play. I'm sorry. I know I'm sure a majority of you people who are watching this have at least played this game before, or maybe are interested in playing it on Survivor No Vita-Chambers. If you played this game, you pretty much know what the hell's going on. If you don't, play it. Simple enough. It's funny because I was talking about the Fallout people. Look, I got nothing wrong with Fallout. I have Fallout 3 on my computer, but I don't like it, okay? I'm not the only person who does not like that damn game. And I was hearing people say, like, oh, you don't like Fallout 4? You're not a gamer. It's like, fuck you. Oh, you play Fallout and that's it? Okay, that makes you a gamer? I mean, you are. If you play games like that are, you know... Okay, Fallout's fine. It's not my kind of game. I'm sorry. Yeah, you know, I don't want people calling me like, you're not a gamer, you're a bag. Because you don't play Fallout. That's just stupid. What's kind of funny is people get mad at people for not playing the games they like. I get mad at people for playing the games I like. That's kind of an ironic little twist right there. I mean, if it's my friend or somebody I really trust, you know, and he understands my feelings about games and stuff like that, and like my past, my childhood with games and stuff like that, and just the feelings that I have for the games I play, and you know, he usually understands, like, you know, what I like about a game, and he'll respect that, thankfully. Sometimes, but yeah, yeah. I mean, games are meant to be played by everybody. What the problem is. Games nowadays are starting to become more of a business, which they've always been a business, but back then games were made for both fun and business. It was made because people's dreams were coming true. They wanted, like Miyamoto, for example, he used to go out in the caves all the time where he used to live out when he was a kid. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted for talking about Miyamoto. Don't do it, Nintendo, don't do it. He would go out in the caves or whatever, and like, you know, when he started making Legend of Zelda, he kind of used that same concept he did from his childhood, and it kind of went into a game. Which is something I really enjoy about Nintendo games, is they still have a lot of innovation and inspiration, and I really enjoy Nintendo games. I have a Wii U, I have a PlayStation 4, so you can call me as gay as you want, but I don't even care. Because I just don't care what you call me. But that didn't offend me anyway. Don't bother me anyway. I actually never owned an Xbox, though. That's one console I've never owned in my life. I had a friend, well, my friend now has an Xbox. He has an Xbox One as well. But my past friend, a friend I would go to a lot of the time. Okay, that's weird. I switched out Machine Buster for a wrench lurker, which quiets your footsteps and you can hit enemies in the back of the head and do more damage. I don't know why I switched to Machine Buster. I'll probably just put that back out later on. I don't know what I was thinking. I grab it all the time. I just always grab it and just flip it out that way. Anyway, he had an Xbox, and he had a PlayStation 2 as well. You know, he was an Xbox 360 kind of person, and I was a PlayStation 3 kind of person. And that made it good. You know, he can come over to my house and play PlayStation games. I can go over to his house and play Xbox games. That was always something I really liked about having friends with different consoles. Now, I know this is a guide, and I hate telling stories, but you guys kind of understand what's going on right now. There's really nothing to explain about Neptune County, besides just follow the simple tracks. There's really no, like, pinpoint accurate crap besides, like, this enemy spawns here, this enemy spawns here. There's only a lead head and a spider. That's all you gotta deal with in this room. There's nothing else besides those two. I don't know why I shot right there. I will try my best to lead you guys through the Peach area. I'll tell you what I'm doing. I actually hack both the security camera and the security turret. That way I have double defense, because the enemies in that room are only lead heads. Which, those can be a pain in the butt. That gets back on story time. I had... What was I talking about? A friend, I know that. I remember playing a game, it was called like Black something. No, not Black. I remember playing that game. That's a fun game right there, Black. Black needs a second one. Black needs a sequel. Whoever's listening out there, you're developing games, make Black a sequel. Get that damn game a sequel. That game's fun as fuck. God, what's it called? Blackgate Area 51? No. Something Something with Area 51. No, not the arcade game, but like... right here, switch out security bullseye for incinerate because, again, why do we need security bullseye when we can just hack the machines, you know, and get them on our side no matter what? That way I don't have to keep throwing a security bullseye at one enemy. I can target multiple enemies at one time. There's a lot of things in this game that are kind of like, not hypocritical. I mean, it kind of is, but it's not. Yeah, again, I don't want to talk shit about this game. Never. Never do I want to say anything bad about this game. And that's not sarcasm. That's being a religious douchebag about this. Like, this is almost my religion right here. Like, I just love to sit down and play this game. This is my 5th time playing this year. And we're only in, like, what, June? Yeah. Yeah. I play this game annually. Once a year. But this year I decided to play it for, like, the 5th time. Just for you guys. Because I did my Let's Play. I did my annual playthrough twice because my first copy broke. My actual copy broke, yeah. And then I started playing the one with Infinite. And then I started playing it on a PC. And here we are now. Playing this. Whacking health stations. You could hack it. But, I mean, you're not going to be in this room for very long. And plus, the security camera and the security turret, they're going to wipe out everybody. Now, I can't really see... okay, now I can. Come in this corner. Because that door right there is going to open, and that's where the security bot's going to be at. Again, if you guys played this before, you should know it's coming. But if you're playing this game on the hardest setting automatically when you first play through, I guess this is something kind of to keep in mind. Peach is right here. He's a nitro splicer. He will throw Molotovs at you. He's the only no. Yes? No, he's not the only nitro. Because there's actually one downstairs. But I think he's the only one that actually spawns outside this room. Lead heads, when they show up, like the only weapons you get right now is a wrench and a camera. Which is kind of funny because they take away your guns but not your wrench. Which is fine and dandy. But then again, they could have made the game harder if they would just give you, like, plasmids only. Because they can't take your plasmids away. Just like Atlas said, he can't very well take your plasmids away. No, of course not. So yeah, just whip on Peach first. Just throw back Molotovs at his ass. And just let the security do its work. Let them kill off the other lead heads. Because if you let them kill the lead heads will not affect you. Which, that one is hurting me. But I know my security camera and my security turret are going to be well endowed to take him out. So, but then again, I think I'm the one that takes him out because he keeps following me around. Yeah, see, he got spotted by hack bots, but I decided just to beat his ass. The cool thing is, when you hack a security turret, or when you hack a security camera, and the enemy gets spotted by the security camera, they send out their own security bots, which are neutral. They're on your side. Kind of. Like, it's on... like, the security camera is yours, so... the bots are on your side. They won't attack you no matter what, but they're also... researchable. So, hacking a security camera and letting him capture somebody is a good way to get hack bots to pop out. Which is something I would have done earlier on in that area with the spider splicer and, you know, that security camera I got caught by. But I can't. I think you can jump high enough to make it to where you can hack it, but I didn't feel like doing it. So, cool thing about the second one though is you actually get a remote hack tool, and that's something really useful that those guys made. Oh, now I know. Okay, I thought my brother earlier about BioShock and how I was gonna tell him about like they're making new ones or they're wanting to make new ones. Of course, BioShock is a big franchise. And it's now one of the most well-known franchises out there because of Infinite. I know. I need to keep calm. You guys have to understand my point of view along with everybody else's. My opinion matters just as much as anybody else's does, okay? Which is very little. But since I'm a BioShock fan, I deserve all the credit. Like, if somebody hates BioShock, oh well, I don't care. I understand that. You know, I understand why people would hate this game. I get that. Like, I don't understand why you would hate it, but I understand why people might not like this game particularly. You know, not every game's for everybody. But, I don't know, it's just people coming from Infinite. It's like people coming from Metro Last Light. It's like, seriously, where's the praise for Metro 2033? Oh, let's get on the computer and look it up. That's what Metro 2033 is. Okay, I'm not gonna play it because, you know, I'm gonna play Last Light, so fuck it. Or, like, I already like Last Light. That's like the best one. It's kind of like with BioShock Infinite, like, you know, everybody's like, oh, BioShock Infinite is like the best of the BioShocks. No, it fucking is not. I will fucking seriously get pissed if people talk like that. I don't think everybody really does say that, but that pisses me off just knowing that people would probably say that. Okay, it is very bigoted. I know. You know, I understand everybody's opinion matters, and you know the source of this. Like, if you like Infinite, fine, but we can't be friends. We can never be friends. If you love Infinite, we're not friends ever. I mean, we can be companions or buddies, but we cannot be friends. So right here, I upgrade the grenade launcher immunity. The choices, okay. Again, I don't want to make people have a choice. No, wait, what? No, I want you to have a choice in how to play this. Like, I don't want to force you guys to do anything, but the things I recommend, and this is my advice for recommending, damage immunity for grenade launcher. I also recommend rate of fire for the shotgun. I also recommend damage for the machine gun. And that's about it. That's about all you really need for the first How Did People station. Just pick one of those three and you should be good. That's my recommendation. If you want to be a rebel and you want to buy clip size for pistol, be my guest. I don't care. But again, you guys want my help, and that's the help I'm going to give. Okay, I'm going to give as much advice as I can and help you through this. The one thing about me that you have to take note of is I talk a lot, but it's always kind of fun to kind of watch me play games I'm good at. At least I think it is. So just kind of watch and learn. I'm more of a visual learner myself in a sense. Like, I can listen to people talk about like how to beat Ninja Gaiden, but I have to watch it first. Well, anyway, folks, that's the end of this video, and I will see you all next time. Play some more BioShock Survivor, no Vita-Chamber. So take care, everybody.